How exciting! Today we're going to make rock cakes in maths, so no pens, no calculators. Right, how are we going to do that? So our ingredients, right, there you go, just appearing on your screen. About 8 ounces self-raising flour, that's just over 200 grams. And then 4 ounces of spread. So I got some baking spread here. You could just use some normal butter in a tub, or you can do by just use a block of butter. If you use a block of butter, give it a chance to sort of thaw out a little bit, and make sure that you chop it up. And it just makes it a little bit easier. You're going to need some granulated sugar, just some normal sugar. About 2 ounces of that, about 50 grams. Some dried fruit. Okay, so I like dried fruit in there. Now some people don't like dried fruit, I accept that. You know, I think that's what should be in a rock cake, but if you really don't like it, you could always have some, put some chocolate chips if you wanted to. Or if you haven't got those, then you could just leave it, it'll still be yummy. So that's going to be about 4 ounces of that. You're going to need an egg. I have egg. And we will need a little splash of milk. Alright, just a little bit of milk. And you're going to need about 1 ounce of brown sugar. I have some brown sugar here. Just this little sprinkle before they go in the oven. Now, your oven's going to need to go on gas mark 6, or that's around about 200 degrees C. I suggest that you put it on about 10 minutes before they're ready to go in, just so the oven's nice and hot, because you want it up to temperature before we actually start. So let's have a little think now about actually weighing this stuff out. Okay. Now I've got some flour. Now this flour here, this is a self-raising flour, and it says on here it's 1.5 kilos. So that's 1,500 grams. So I want 200 grams. I'm just going to take a complete guess. Okay. Right. Remember, I want about 8 ounces, around about 200 grams, just slightly over 200 grams. So I'm just gonna hazard a guess, okay? Alright? I don't know. There you go. I'm gonna have a guess. Alright? Let's see how it works out. Okay? I'm gonna tell you. So let's have a look. About 8 ounces. Oh, whoa. I'm just slightly under. That wasn't bad actually. I'm pretty pleased with that. Now, obviously that's kind of quite difficult to do. That was a bit of luck, to be honest with you. Now, other ways of doing this is we have different spoons. Okay, we've got a dessert spoon, right? So it's something I'm going to have my dessert in the evening with, or like a nice crumbling custard actually, right? Or I might have my cornflakes with in the morning. And on top of that, you also get big tablespoons, little teaspoon. Now, if you've got a tablespoon, then basically, right, good one of those spoons is around about 1 ounce, so I could do that 8 times. You might not have those. Most people got dessert spoons in their house, okay? So I'm going to try this in here, and I think about 2 of these is about 1 ounce. So I'm going to try it out. So 1, 2. Now I needed 8 ounces. So I'm going to need about 16 of these spoons. So that was 2, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, that's about 1 there, 14, add another 2, 15, I said it was slightly under 16. That's spot on, okay? Now, if you haven't got scales, I actually want you to try and do this without using the scales. Alright, so I'm going to pour that into my mixing bowl. There we go. Mixing bowl. And what's going to go into that? Well, our spread's got to go into it. I'm also going to put in, I have a bit of mixed spice. And you don't have to put this in, okay? I like a little bit spicy. So I'm just gonna put a little drop in. Here we go. Yeah, a little bit more. There you go. Okay, not too much. And what needs to go into that is we're going to put our spread in, okay? Now spread need about 4 ounces. So that's like half the weight of that thing. So I'm just going to take a guess, okay? Going to take a guess. Right? Remember, I've got my spoon here, all right? In terms of how much I actually need. Now I'm going to pop it in here first. I'm going to guess because I want you to be able to just try and guess these measurements, right? You can just use the scales to check if you want to, all right? If you feel pretty good, just go for it. Do it without the scales, all right? This is all about just trying to feel, right, what is roughly about 200 grams, 100 grams. So here we go. Now, that's slightly more dense than flour, okay? So I'm going to work on about 1.5 of these to be an ounce. So I need, let's say, about 5 or 6 of these, okay? So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll just go a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Right, I'm just going to check, this is all I'm going to do, I'm just checking the weight of this. Okay, just checking the weight of it. So I want it to be 4 ounces. Let's see how good I am there. Oh, I'm a little bit over, right? I've gone too much there. So maybe just 1 spoon. Okay, so I've gone too much. So I'm going to spoon it out again. There you go. Right, let's try that again. So I went way too much. Alright, so I'm going to work on 1 ounce. So I'm going to go 1, so I'm only going to go 4. So I did too many. Alright, I said this was a bit of guesswork. 2. And 3. And another little one. There you go. 4, right? I'm just using a little dessert spoon, okay? That's actually pretty close, all right? That's 4 ounces, okay? You can see how much I was way too much, all right? So working on about 1 of these per an ounce, all right? So I went too much. So all of that's going to go in there. There we go. And I'm just going to take a second just to clean my hands so I can do the other bits. Just and clean this. Right? Okay, right. Magic of modern technology. Okay, a little tidy up, put a couple of things away for you. Right, before I mix this in, I'm just going to get my sugar ready, and I'm going to get the dried fruit ready for when that's going to go in. So, what do we say? So for sugar, you need about 50 grams, about 2 ounces. So, I think about 2 of these. Okay, and little dessert spoons again. I'm just going to get this organised. So 1, 2. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to chuck just a little bit more. Right, sweet. And so that's roughly that. And now we need sultanas. Okay. Remember, I'm going for 4 ounces, it's about 100 grams. Now, this whole packet is 500 grams, and there's only a little bit's actually gone, so I can have about 1/5 of what's there. Alright? Now, I'm not going to look at that bit down there. Right, remember, I need about 4 ounces. I'm just going to go with what I think, okay? And remember, right, I want you to do as much as you can, just from eye and feel, without actually looking at the scales. Just use the scales as a check. If you haven't got scales, you can still do this, okay? Alright? So, oh, look at that, that's spot on. I'm really pleased about that. Alright, there you go. That was champion weighing. Alright? Excellent. No adjustment. Right. Now then, mix in. Alright, so make sure that your hands are nice and clean, right? I'll just wash my hands. And I've also, like I said, the oven's gone on gas mark 6, sort of 200 degrees C. I've got my trays already organised. Now I've put some greaseproof paper on there. If you haven't got greaseproof paper, then just get some of your butter, marge, whatever, and just give it a little rub round so they don't stick on there like your cakes at the end. Alright, but if you've got greaseproof paper, that's best. Now's the mixing. Okay, here we go. Right, fingers. So, just give them a good rub in. And remember, what we're trying to get to here is we're just trying to get to nice breadcrumbs. Okay, so it's going to take a few minutes. Alright, just to keep working these. Now, amazingly, the magic of technology can speed this up a little bit for you. So you might just suddenly see it whiz through. It might suddenly fade out for a moment and then fade back in. Okay. So here we go. If we look at this, it's just some little breadcrumbs work. Okay, I've just been carefully working it. Okay, just sort of pick up a little bit, give it a little rub in your fingers. There you go. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. That's good. Right, there we go. Right, all I need to do now is add my sugar, add my fruit. Okay, add the sugar, add the fruit. There we go. Little mix up. There we go. Doesn't need much, that. That's a nice easy bit. And now comes the fun bit. So what else have we got to go in? Got to have the egg, milk. And the job of the egg and the milk really is just to kind of bind it all together. But it's important not to put too much in for the egg and the milk. So I'm going to just, okay, hands out. Yeah, right, egg time. Now, I always like to crack my egg into something else. Don't go straight into there, because a number of times I end up with a little bit of shell. So obviously if it ends up in here, it's not so much of a problem. So let's crack our egg in. There we go. Alright, no shell in there. There we go. Right, I'm just going to, before I pour it in, just going to give it a little mix. There we go, doesn't need a lot. So that egg's going to go in there. I'm only going to put one in. And I'm also going to put a little bit of milk in. So, there you go, should have taken that top before. Right, now it's important not to put too much in, right? I'm just going to hold on for that for just a second. I'm just going to give this a little stir in. I can use a big spoon. Just going to give it a little stir, just to see kind of what it goes like. And you see it sort of starts coming together. Okay, you don't need a lot. Now, I'm just going to add a real splash of milk. I really don't need too much. Now, you could measure this out on a nice big spoon. Okay, right? It doesn't need to be much more than that. So, if I just go and just do this, look. This is a big tablespoonful. Okay, now you could just do that by eye. All right, I might need a little bit more in a minute. I don't know. So, it's important, don't go too much, because you don't want it to go too sloppy. Obviously you don't want it to be too thick, so just got to get this. This is the bit we want to get right. Just keep it coming together really nice. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Look at that. Oh, that's good. I'm getting excited. All right. There we go. Okay. Pretty good. I might just put another, just going to put a tiny little splash in mine. I'm not going to put a lot, just a tiny little splash. Right, that was just the tiniest little bit, because I just felt it was just a little bit too thick for me. Ah, oh, I'm happy with this. This is good. There we go. Look at that. Oh, getting hungry. There we go. Right. Now, we're ready the baking tray. Okay, right, I'm just going to clean my hands again. Okay, so right now, so we're ready now to splodge on the baking tray. So all we need is, again, so if you've just got a big spoon, like I said, if you haven't got a big spoon, you can just use it as a small spoon. I just do it a couple of times, right? There you go, it's easy. Now, take a nice big spoon, okay? I've got a load on there. And then, on this baking tray here, I'm going to just put like 6 nice big blobs, okay? They're rock cakes. They may now look a bit messy. So, alright, so nice big blob. There we go. Just give them a little bit of space, they will spread out a bit. There we go. So, number 3. And number 4. There we are. Just move this guy away a little bit. He's got a bit too close to his mate. There we are. Number 5. Oops, gone a bit too big with these guys, doesn't matter. There we go, there's one tray. Ready to go in. We'll pop him in just 2 seconds. Let's hopefully we've got enough for another 6. Plus it's got to be 12 because 12 is just such a great maths number. So much of life revolves around the number 12. There we are. Nearly there. So, I'm not going to quite get 12. I might have to go with 10. Quite not good enough. Doesn't matter. There we are. Now that, got a bit left in there. Let's just add that to one of them. There we go. Alright, let's spread them out a little bit. You can spread them out a little bit. That's fine. Alright. Okay, right, so we need to just add, before we put them into the oven, we just need to add a little sprinkle of brown sugar. Now, if you haven't got brown sugar, just a bit of white sugar, just a bit of normal granulated sugar will be fine, okay? You need about an ounce of this. Now, to be honest with you, you don't necessarily need to measure it out, but it's going to be about a good spoonful, okay? About an ounce. I can just take this, just give it a little sprinkle over. There we go. Just give it a little sprinkle. Like I said, if you just want to use just some normal granulated sugar, it's nice, it's fine. There we are. Like I said, there you go. I'm actually doing a little bit of, I can add a little bit of granulated to it as well. Loads. There you go. Just make it nice and sweet. There we go. Look at that. There you go. What's important is that you do them how you want to do them, and then enjoy them a little bit later. Right then. So now we need to go into the oven. Okay. Now, do make sure that you've got somebody there to help you out with this. So, gas mark 6, this went on about 10 minutes ago. Just so it's nice and it is quite hot in there now, okay? Right, so it's up to temperature. So, I'm going to pop these in. Good luck, little rock cakes. Cook well. Let's pop these guys in here as well. I'm popping that onto the bottom shelf there. So the ones on the bottom might need a little bit longer. I said about 15 minutes, so I'm going to pop it on for 15 minutes, okay? And hopefully we've got nice rock cakes. Now we've got another job to do. Don't forget to wash up, right? Tidy up, get everything away. Alright, so I'll see you in a few minutes. Hey, right, welcome back. Nearly 15 minutes is up now. I put the alarm on for 15 minutes, but keep an eye on them because they might sort of start browning up before. And the ones I put right on the top shelf have actually kind of browned already. Now make sure that you get somebody to help you out with this. So I'm going to take those out because they just starting to go a little bit. And one's on the bottom there. I think they're just about ready. I'm just going to give them just a few more seconds. Wire rack. Okay, we'll help them cool. Get somebody to help you out with this, okay? Grease-free paper up. You just take them off and just pop them on to your wire rack. Now I am quite excited about this. I think I might have just saved these guys just in time. Might have just gone a little bit too far, a couple of those. Does it matter? No. Here we go. I'm going to take the other guys out. Oh, there's my alarm. Let's just get rid of that. Just go and pick the metal tray up because you'll burn yourself. And these guys should be just about sorted now. There we go. Don't get turned off the oven. I'll finish with that. Here we are. There you got 10 yummy rock cakes. So, enjoy making. Let them sit for a while and then enjoy eating. So then, they've been standing now for about 10-15 minutes. I think they're ready to eat and enjoy. So, I've made myself a cup of tea. And now a moment of truth.
If you enjoyed that video, please like and subscribe or leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching. I've been RMS Maths and I'll see you next time.